Oh, hello. I'm making a porno. So I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard about this girl, Dawn, from Morality and Media, who was on an airplane, and she made a video talking about how this guy was sitting in front of her watching porn on his iPad, and she made a big deal about it because she's like, I guess, like a really fundamentalist right-wing Christian or whatever. She didn't say any of that, but I'm just assuming because she's in this stupid Morality and Media group. And a lot of people have been talking about it. Amazing Atheist, Cult of Dusty, some other dudes have been making videos about it. And I was just working on a remix of it. I don't know if I actually want to publish it, but I don't know. It's like I got this other channel, Video Harassment, where I made that Roger Clemens video and a bunch of other remixes, like Landlord Lane style. But I consider it kind of, well, I know it's fair use, but it's kind of copyrighted, so I don't really put it on this channel. But I thought I could show you some of just the editing process. I just found this part where she coughs. So check this out. If I like loop this little section right here, it looks really like. So that was pretty interesting. And then over here, yeah, here I got a part where I almost made her say penis, but it sounds like she's Russian. So I don't really want to use that. It's kind of stupid. But here's what I got so far if you want to just see.
My name's Dawn Hopkins. I'm the Executive Director of Pornography and Sex Trafficking. I direct a number of pornography campaigns, and I just wanted to share with you my experience from the weekend. I'm kind of emotional about it still, so bear with me. So I was heading to Texas from D.C. I was asked to speak at a conference about pornography and sex trafficking. And I boarded my flight in Baltimore at 6 a.m. on Friday. So I sat back. I was making pornography right there on the airplane at 6 a.m. in the morning of very, very young girls. I could barely control myself. I know everyone was looking at me. I feel like even most porn users would agree that there's no place for morality in media. One of them even had one girl whipping the other girl with a whip. The man sitting in front of me was looking at his iPad. Of all people to be sitting in front of, he was right in front of me. Somewhat loudly, I asked, will you please flip through about 8 images? They were all, they were definitely young. And they were all Asian. The guy said, you don't know what you're talking about.
So that's all I got done so far. I don't know if I want to finish it or not. I just don't really care anymore. It's just like, everybody that's already made videos about it's pretty much said everything you could say. Like how retarded this woman is. How sheltered you must be to, like, think that, I don't know what you think, that you think pornography is a danger just from looking at it. I can see, like, if you're making it and you're, like, capturing girls and imprison them in your basement and like tying them up with ropes and shit, doing a lot of bondage, that could be dangerous. But if you're on a plane with a bunch of people, that's less dangerous because you got all these people around. You can't say it's dangerous when you're surrounded. You're in the air. The guy's not going to do anything. No, you're not going to get sexually assaulted if you can't get off the plane. You can't run away and hide. There's no escape route. I don't understand what she's talking about. Also, how you think like 2 Asians with a whip is like, that's like the worst porn or something. Like, this girl never heard of 2 girls, 1 cup? That would freak her the fuck out. Not to mention all the crazier shit. It's even, I don't know. She must not have even ventured into the thing that she's a part of. I mean, that's her job, is morality and media and Pornharms. You think you would look at some porn to first form an opinion about it before you'd actually make an organization about porn. Unless she's like an ex-porn star and she's changed her life around, which I highly doubt. It's also like she just assumes that women don't have the choice. Like, she would deny all these women that are in porn, even softcore porn or cam whores or whatever, just making money, taking food out of their mouth because she doesn't agree with it. It makes her a little upset. It disturbs her sensibilities. Her Victorian sensibilities. Like when you had women fainting in the streets at the sign of the slightest thing. But anyway. In other news, tried to do the podcast last week. It went horribly wrong. So I'm still waiting on some guys to maybe do the podcast. I actually got a whole new podcast idea I took a bunch of notes on, so I got 3 ready to go if I get some people to make a podcast with me. Right now I'm kind of waiting around, figuring some people want to play Crimecraft or some game tonight. Vindictus maybe, or no, not Vindictus because people still level up. I got free time. Oh, tonight, 7:30, in about 3 hours, there's going to be a Tribes Ascend professional tournament or something, and they're gonna like shoutcast it. I put it on my Facebook. It's gonna be on tribescast.com, I think. So probably watch that. And I had a cold a couple weeks ago. Finally got over. And I was wondering, maybe you guys could tell me, if you have a cold, there's different strains of viruses, different strains of colds, whatever. Can you have two colds at the same time? Like if you get one from somebody and then you get a different strain from somebody else? Could you have two simultaneous colds, or would the two colds attack each other and the strongest one would win out? How would that work? Same with like a virus. Like if you have AIDS, would it be in your best interest to find somebody else with a different strain of AIDS and have sex with them? So the two AIDS fight each other off, like in that X-Files episode when they had those worms that were inside of them and they had the two worms kill each other? That would be sweet. Also, I was taking NyQuil, and it has like 10% alcohol on the label. Does that mean 10% of the product is alcohol? Like 100% alcohol in the 10% of the product? Or does it mean like, you know, when you buy some whiskey and it's like 80 proof or something, and that means like 40% alcohol? Or what does that mean? Like there's a percentage of alcohol in alcohol that you buy, like liquor, like hard liquor. Does it take that hard liquor and put it in the NyQuil? Or is it like pure 100% alcohol in the NyQuil? I don't understand what that means. Also, a guy messaged me right before I went to work last night, and he's making a RPG game and wants me to be the writer for it. And I don't know if we'll end up doing an RPG, because I've had some pretty awesome ideas. But I might be writing for a video game. Probably a really cheap one, like one of those $5 games or something. Maybe I can push it up to like a $15 game, because I'm coming up with some pretty good ideas. I don't know what engine he's using, but we're talking about maybe getting it on one of those indie platform kind of games, or like an Xbox arcade type dealio, or WiiWare or something. And then we were talking about like all the new consoles, PS4s I guess, and Xbox 720s and whatever are coming out. Like maybe wait until those come out so you can like have a smaller marketplace, you know, and put it out at the right time, make a ton of money. But I'm kind of leaning toward a sci-fi thing with it. I don't want to tell you too many of my ideas, but I think a lot of my notes for the new podcast are about sci-fi concepts. Not really, it's mostly philosophical. Yeah, so I got a sex podcast, not really about sex, but it's sexual. It's in the sexual category, I guess. And then I got a TV show podcast, which one I tried to do the other day. Nobody apparently watched any TV shows. They didn't know anything. They didn't like to talk. And then I got this new philosophical-based podcast, so I guess we could squeeze some of those in maybe sometime this week if we get a chance. Otherwise, I'll just be playing games. Oh my god, I almost stubbed my toe. I was just about to start editing this video, and I looked outside, and some kid walks by my house with like a spear and a shield. Like a fucking Spartan. But it was like some elementary school class project or something. It was like a cardboard shield with some painted stuff on the front. And like, the tip of the spear was like tinfoil or something. Still looked cool as fuck. That dude had a cape on. Holy shit. I should have went and offered him some crack. Damn it. Maybe it's not too late. Damn, I should have just went out and interviewed that kid for YouTube. I see you're walking around the street with weapons publicly displayed. What is your opinion on this, little kid? Oh, by the way, any of you that hadn't seen my other channel, Video Harassment is what I named it. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but a while back I was playing The Hunter and I was listening to Opie and Anthony, and they had Louis C.K. on there. And they played my video on Opie and Anthony, and Louis C.K., some considered the #1 comedian in the country right now, was laughing at my work. He was laughing at the video I made. So that means if I can make the #1 comedian in the world laugh, some technically would say that I am funnier than the #1 comedian in the world right now. Possibly. That's how I see it anyway.